Many are talking about the big game, and many are talking about the commercials. Which ones hit and which ones missed? Here with more is Liz Goodgold, a branding expert with Red Fire Branding. Hi, Liz.
Hi, nice to see you.
It is great to see you. Before we get into your hits and misses, what were your thoughts about the big game?
I thought it was very much a sea of mediocrity. In other words, people were risk averse, and they really didn't score a touchdown. There were just way too many misses. And I think in the future, I'd like to see them be a little bit more aggressive. And remember, when you're spending $233,000 per second, it's really important that the commercials there, they brand out, they stand out, and they cash in. You have to remember the commercial and remember the product, or otherwise it's just a failure.
Let's jump into let's start with your top hits, the ones that you really think hit home.
Top of the list has got to be State Farm and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it works so well because it's self-deprecating. Arnold has the courage and the power to make fun of himself and the inability to say neighbor correctly. And I love the way they wrap it all up with a little bit of a wink, wink, nod, nod to Danny DeVito so that his former co-star comes back, helps him out, and says neighbor, and they give a little rib to each other. And it's just a perfect ending. I love
the surprises. When you have a celebrity surprise like that, it just adds to the commercial. You also had Pringles at the top of your list.
I like Pringles because you never forget what you're talking about. It's simple, it's easy, everyone gets it. And now all of a sudden we have the iconic mustache. It is the mustache, it is Pringles, and they are indelible and separated and completely together. So it's just a perfect orchestrated ad.
Yeah, Chris Pratt definitely nailed that one. Okay, now we do have to hit your misses. In your mind, which commercials kind of missed that mark?
You have to think of the Martin Scorsese. The Martin Scorsese commercial is basically all about Scorsese and aliens and looking up, but you don't find and understand the connection to the website. And as a result, you're thinking, it must just be a commercial by Martin Scorsese. The brand, or in other words, Martin Scorsese, the brand overwhelms the function, which is to build a website. And that's a tough one.
Yeah, it's tough when the commercial's over and you turn to your spouse and you say, what was that about, or what product was that for? You also had Pizza Hut on your worst commercial list.
I did have Pizza Hut because they were trying to make it the what? And people are going, what? It's terrible. I mean, if you compare it to the old days where we had What's Up or the Budweiser Frogs, that seemed more organic and natural. And this seems like a really forced tagline, and I don't think it's ever going to stick around.
Now, you have an honorable mention. Is this an honorable mention for a hit or an honorable mention for a miss?
It is an honorable mention for a hit. And what I love about this is the Kia ad for the electric car. And the reason it's an honorable mention is it manages to speak volumes, yet the commercial doesn't say a word. What it does is it pulls our heartstrings before it pulls our purse strings. It literally grabs it because we're so mesmerized that someone is missing her grandfather from her outrageously good skating performance.
Yeah, Liz, there's something about that commercial when the dad looks down to that empty seat. You want to know who is missing there at that performance. I'm right there with you. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll have to do this again next year.
Sounds like a plan. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, Liz.